Hey, it's Elstray or Emma, and welcome to my Minecraft Forever world. If you're new, the playlist is linked down in the description. If you're returning, welcome back. Last episode, I said that I wanted to work on this area down here and this ginormous cliff face that I don't think I'm ready to tackle, but I was doing some terraforming off screen. Right over here, I don't know if you noticed, but this used to not be a hill. And I made it into a hill because I thought this little pathway right here would look a lot cooler with a hill next to it instead of just a normal thing the same level as it. And now we have some building space up here. It's not complete because I actually don't know why, but we have some space over here that I'm gonna eventually fill back up with trees because I like the forest look over here. Eventually we'll do some buildings over here, but that's not for today. So I've been looking at Pinterest a lot, and one of the things that sparked my attention was this image right here, and I thought that I could use those kind of walls around the wheat field to make the more defined areas in here. So we have this one, that layer up there, but I did want to extend this outwards a little bit so it made more sense. I also want to do another windmill. So we have a lot on our plate for today. First things first, I want to extend this area out just a little bit. We don't even need to do it all the way down. I kind of just want to get a feel for how it'll look when it has the kind of stone walls around it. I want to do the same thing that I've been doing all the way down here, all around. I mean, it's a main theme of my area, so I thought why not take it up there, because I feel like obviously that area is meant to be softer, more like nature-esque than this area. But I think the perfect way to tie them together, besides the orange roofs and the style of the buildings, we can add some of these walls. I'm honestly not sure what to call them other than just walls. Another tiny thing I wanted to work on was this over here. It looks ugly right now, but this stairway is our main route of transportation all the way up to everything in this area. So we should probably make it look a little nicer, but that's for after we finish up over here. All right, I'm going to start by doing a little bit of an outline right here. Ooh, look at the shadow of my windmill in the water. That's fun. That should be good for now. I don't have any more rockets, and I actually really do not want to go make more, even though I have a ginormous mob spawner right over... You can't see it. Oh my god. You can't see it, but it's over there in the air. Anyway, I'm going to continue filling this in. Alright, now I'm not really worried about realism right now, since this is all going to get surrounded with the stone border anyway. But I do have a plan for this little bitty corner over here. This is where we're going to do the staircase that goes down and curves around this stone bit right here. And if you couldn't tell by the state of the walls in my city, we are short on texturing... Excuse me? We are short on the materials we use for texturing. So I'm not going to texture the walls today because this is my world and I can do what I want. I know you're all thinking, like, while I'm making all of these builds, why is she not just doing the texturing now? Like, what's so bad about it? I just hate texturing. Yeah, that's why I put it off on literally everything. Anyway, now that we're here, obviously I should probably fill this all in with dirt, which is a whole nother thing. But let's do it, guys. Wow, who's excited to see me fill this in with dirt? I am.
One eternity later.
Would you believe me if I said I used all of the dirt and only this side of the hill was filled in? But we still have all of this over here. All right, I filled in until where it really drops off right there. And now we can surround the whole thing in cobblestone. And now that that's done, you're probably thinking, girl, that is the ugliest thing I've ever seen. But don't worry, because it'll get fixed once we texture it. That's just what we're going to leave it like for now. Yeah, it's pretty ugly, but don't worry, we'll fix it. So here's the game plan. We're going to do some stairs down the back, looping around like that. And we're also going to do some stairs over way on the other side that kind of also loop down. And then hopefully my whole thought process with this giant... I don't know, with this giant shift in elevation here. Now, obviously, I did do some of it, but it's kind of always been a cliff face sort of deal there. And I was always thinking, hopefully, I can just build up buildings. Like, does that make sense? Like, kind of build up the elevation. So our next kind of row of buildings after this will be up higher and higher and higher until we reach up there. And hopefully those stairs coming down like that can reach into a kind of area with the buildings, and it can all kind of connect down back to here. Now that we added the wall, we gotta add the staircase, and I think we have the materials to make the staircase look good. As you can see on all of hello, all of my staircases. Some of them are textured, but I do really like the look of the stone bricks along with the mossy cobblestone stairs. I think that looks really good. Sometimes I do a blend, sometimes I do a blend of a bunch of stuff, but I really, 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 really like the look of the mossy the mossy stairs. Let me go take a look. We have some stone bricks. We have quite a few. I think that'll definitely be good. And you may be thinking, what are you going to do about the whole mossy cobble sitch? Well, I actually have a solution. It lives over here. Oh, I'm hungry. As you can see, more mossy cobblestone stairs all the way up here. You may be thinking, what the hell is this, girl? That looks so weird. Well, that's exactly... Oh my god, hello! Was surprisingly easy, actually. My sword that OP? I guess, bro. Okay, anyway. Let me put this back on before I forget. Wait, I messed everything up. No, stop! Okay, there we go. That is what I meant to do. Anyway, as I was saying, we have all of these stairs here that are stupid. And I'm not going to use them. Because, and also, there's all of this. I don't even want to talk about it, man. It was a whole thing. I had an idea, but it was stupid, and I didn't want to go through with it. So, now it is scrapped. Anyway, before I get blown up by a creeper, I'm gonna go take a little sleep in the inn. I feel like I haven't really shown you guys this yet. This is the Cratered Cup Inn, and I used to play with some friends on here. Now I'm the only one that played. I made everything in this area. Other than the memories. I'm sorry, that was not. But we have an inside joke, and that's why this is the Cratered Cup Tavern. I guess it's a tavern, not an inn. Back to the situation at hand. I don't know why I came down here. Alright, I don't have mossy cobble blocks on me right now, so we're just gonna have to deal with dirt. But we're gonna have this point that kind of comes out, like so. Wrap that in this, and have all the stairs coming down, descending from here. So... let me just extend that out one more. All right, something like that should be good. And now we get to just go down like this. This can all go. Guys, don't worry. It'll make sense eventually. That's like all of my builds are just, don't worry. It'll make sense one day. I think that's valid though. If you play Minecraft, you get that. Just gonna fill that in. And then underneath, we just have to add some dirt so that mobs don't spawn. We can start putting in our bricks. I know this sounds stupid, but this is really exciting to me. And now we just gotta replace all this cobblestone with our stone bricks. And now, I know this looks a bit silly, but don't worry because we just gotta go to the stone cutter. Here we are. Let's just snatch it really quick. Alright, but just look at how fun it's gonna look going down this staircase to get to the rest of our wheat. I think that's fun. And then we can have the path follow this corner and go down there just like we wanted it with another stone staircase because this is gonna be a wall. It's gonna be so cool, you guys. It's gonna be so cool. I know it does not seem that cool, but it will be. Don't even worry about it. Alright, now that we're here, we just gotta add slabs into the mix. And there we go. I know this wall looks a little bit plain, but it'll look a lot better when the rest of this is textured and it's not as harsh of a difference. We also have to add in a wall right there. I guess we can do that. We have leftover. I think we can also put some there. All right. What do we think about that? I know it doesn't look the best right now, but it'll get better. And we can cover some of this in some moss. It'll be great. Actually, we have a single lantern. Where should we put it? I think it deserves to go right here. There we go. I do have a slight issue with this though. I don't know how I feel that it just kind of why did that just break? That's not what at all. I feel like it should end here, so we're just gonna move this wall one over. I think that's a lot better. Now we can just pack up our stone cutter and head back home. There actually is something else I want to try really quick here. I want to see if this will add some more flavor to our wall. I actually really like that. Alright, I'm just gonna cut out a few to make them mossy. It'll definitely fit in with the stairs. And ooh, okay, I like it. Some vines on there. they're gonna overgrow, but it's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna run to the mob farm very slowly so I can make some more rockets. Look at it up there. Why does the scaffolding stop? Are you serious? I'm gonna have to go way up there. Alright, after that hassle, there's actually something that I need to do over here. I'm actually not sure if it'll be... It won't. Alright, we've gotta go far away, folks. Hi, this is VoiceOver Emma, and I just wanted to come over and say that everything, like, beyond that forest over there is stuff that my friends that I mentioned before built, not stuff that I built. If you're wondering what the heck I'm trying to find all the way out here, I am looking for some leaf litter, and it's because I saw this really cool path on Hermitcraft, and I wanted to try it. I think it would fit really well into my area. Ooh, is this a village that we've been to? There we go, I see a forest in the distance. Never mind, it's just like 3 trees. There's a slight problem. There's no leaf litter. See, this is the problem with having an... Oh, hello! Anyway, that's not what we're here for. About this sunken ship. Do we think... Oh, there's turtles. Hey, guys. I don't actually know if people have been here. Is this... Oh, I'm assuming yes. Oh, gosh, we've got to go even farther away. Here we go. Do you think people have been here? Are you serious? Also, another side note, if you're confused as to why I had to go so far away just to find leaf litter, it's because when you're in a Minecraft server and people go super far away, new blocks and stuff won't spawn in chunks that have already been loaded. So that's why I had to go all the way across the sea. And I'm still going because apparently we've been everywhere. What about over here? Finally found some. Alright, we're just gonna get the crap out of this because it's for some reason only so far away. I don't know why we decided that we needed to come all the way out to here. I guess we haven't been here technically, but close to here. Now, I know a lot of people just use this block as fuel, but I actually do like using it sometimes. Obviously not all the time, but I think it's a good block, and I'm really glad they added it to the game. It is just kind of annoying when you're in a forest and the whole floor is leaf litter. Sometimes brown dead leaves are not the thing that you want to see when you're strolling around peacefully in a forest. Now, I have no idea which way is home. I'm assuming it's this way, but could be wrong. I feel like I swerved from over here, right? Never mind, we were not here at all. Hello, though, I'll take a peek. Maybe they have some food I can take. They do. Ooh, so much bread. I hear a kitty. I wish I could take you home. Where is it? I heard it. Alright, well, some may think this is cheating, but this is my world, and I do have keep inventory on. So, I'm actually going to take this because I wanted an extra of that for so... I'll take some stone, too. Actually, it's only like 1 piece, so I won't take it. Hold on, I'm going to finish looting this village. Sorry, guys, I'm destroying your life before I go. Alright, now it's time to go drown ourselves. That's a high score. What does that even mean? I've always wondered what that means. I guess I have not died in a long time. Anyway, now that we're back from that adventure, I would like to try something out. Oof. I kind of like this path that I have up here, but at the same time, I wish that it was more blended together instead of just blocks jumbled together. So, we're gonna try something, and I saw it on the Hermitcraft server. So let's just find a section of path that I actually want to keep. Where was I even going to make a path? I do not remember. Alright, well, we can just start one right here, I suppose. We do a little mixture of coarse dirt and rooted dirt on the edges. I think this is how they do it. You kind of add in... Why does that not look as good as theirs? What did I just do wrong? Hi, it's voiceover me again. I don't think I ever addressed this, but what I was doing wrong is that I didn't realize if you place the leaf litter from different directions, it places it in a different section of the block. I don't know if that makes sense, but you can see it placing it in quadrants, and I didn't realize that you can change that based on the way that you place it. It especially helps if you put the leaves on top of the dirt as well. Anyway, we'll have the path branch 2 separate ways, so we'll have one go this way towards the rest of civilization, and this one loop around over to our windmill that we're going to build here eventually. I think while we're over here working on the path, it's safe to start up the weed a little bit. here's how I want to start things. Like so, and then where is my shulker box at? Here she is. I want to start the wheat kind of more sparse. Is that the correct term? Hold on, first we gotta make our infinite water source. I'm just gonna plop it down over here. Just gonna plant our wheat, and then we should have. Why is my wheat seed not in here? We have 3 pieces of wheat, girl. Oh wait, actually I know where it is. Way yonder. It's actually not that far. It's just right here. Bam! All of my wheat seeds. So that's probably enough for now. Just gonna start by plopping down some kind of out of place, like, you know, strange looking wheat that doesn't really look like it belongs. And then farther in there, we'll have it go into full on, like, ginormous wheat field. And I'm also just gonna add some leaves just on the edge of this because it fits the vibe of my area. That's what I do basically everywhere. I think that's a pretty good start to our wheat field. We also have to work on planting wheat up here because what is a windmill if it's not surrounded by wheat? Hi, I'm sorry for doing so many weird abrupt voiceover cuts in this video, but I just wanted to say that this is the point in the video where it kind of starts to get all over the place. Like, I add wheat to this top layer after starting another ginormous project, so just want to warn you, it's gonna feel so good to, you know, run down this path to this cool dirt path. I don't know. I really like it. I love it. I love the vibes of this area. And then it's gonna have the little path that kind of turns, goes through here. I guess I shouldn't have put stuff here. Hold on. And then have it curve around, and the windmill will be. That's terrifying. Windmill will be kind of smack dab right here. I'll put some blocks. Oh, I'm so excited to keep working on this area. But I am going to take a quick break. And this break is where I lost all sense of direction. And gained a bunch of energy. I don't know what was going on, but I was just hooting and hollering. Alright, so believe it or not, I've gotten yet another vision. And you're probably thinking, girl, you have a lot of visions and not a lot of execution. But the world's got to stay alive forever somehow. So here's the thing. Alright, so all the way, where are my rockets? Okay, up here is going to be our first layer of wheat, like our first tier. And then down below it, we're going to have our second tier, which is going to be the biggest one, and another windmill. And as you can see, the wheat is starting to grow in, and it looks so good. Look at this. Now just imagine the whole thing being wheat. That would be amazing. And then down here, we're going to have a little staircase to this thin little strip right here, which is going to be all kind of cobblestone, like what I was planning on doing over here. Oh, God. Oh, God. Over there is going to be a big walkway of cobblestone just like this, and it's going to have some houses and whatever on the side like I planned on doing, like what I talked about over there earlier. That's what this section is going to be, and we're going to have it go all the way over there so we can have houses and then meet it back up over there where our tower starts. Then down here is going to be the last tiny baby little tier of wheat, and then we're going to go around and it'll lead into the forest, the more forested region, and our lighthouse, and, you know, the coast. And I think that will perfectly link up the kind of walls and stuff that we're using and have it kind of have that more industrial feel right here. And I'm thinking I'm going to have the walkway part kind of curve outwards so we can put like a building or two in front of this so it makes more sense and it doesn't look just so flat and ugly right there. But I'm going to get to work on doing a little bit more, you know, terraforming right here with this stone walkway. Not really terraforming. I'm literally just going to turn it into stone so it makes sense. And I'll see you guys after that. All right, we're back. All right, this looks so insane right now. But you guys seriously have to trust the process, okay? You guys, you have to. You have to. So I'm going to keep working on this area over here. Now this is going to look and seem literally insane. Oh my god. That looks insane. Don't fear, it will look normal eventually. It's gonna take a while, and it's gonna be quite the eyesore for quite a long time. But I have a plan, and I know sort of what I'm doing. I mean, not really, but now the even crazier part is just adding more cobblestone. Oh my god, the amount of cobblestone in this area is not an amount of cobblestone I ever thought I would be using. Okay, now let's see how this looks. It's gonna look so bad, you guys. I'm not even ready. Oh, wow. Oh my god, and this part isn't even done. Guys, this is not my best moment. I swear, it's a huge trust the process. And I know you're probably not trusting. Like, what is this girl doing? What's wrong with her? You know, but I feel like maybe I should just do a section so you'll kind of understand what's going on. And I did just that. This next segment I filmed while on the phone with my friends, and it was basically just me going to the nether to get some, what's it called, the end block. Our nether hub is linked to the end because we have a portal in the stronghold, so that's why I was in the nether. I'm going to the nether.
The Heather?
The Heather.
What? The Heather.
I'm going there. It's red and evil in the Heather.
What? What are we talking about? The Nether, right? The Nether.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like my butthole or something. I was like,
Yeah, we're talking about your butthole. It's red and evil in there. And partially the reason why I got endstone was to build a house. I kind of just wanted an example of what I was looking for with this giant stone walkway, and so I built this house, and it does look a little bit funky looking, but don't worry, I fixed it up a little bit. I'm just gonna let you enjoy the speed build. Alright, so I didn't really show it in the replay recording, but this is the finished house. I ended up texturing it a little bit with the endstone and sandstone and smooth sandstone. And then I did switch up the roof a little bit so it looks a little less crazy. It still has a very, like, I don't know what to call that shape, but I like that because I like having variations in my roof even if it's not my favorite kind of roof. I also ended up texturing a little bit of the pathway and the walls, everything like that. So this is basically a completed house. There's not really a good angle to look at it from, but this is what it looks like. I don't know what I want it to be yet, but I do know that there's a secret passageway back here. It goes all the way out to right here on the other side of the path. Who the heck is that? I also made a little drop down pathway right here from the windmill, so if we ever want to do something with this, we can. But for now, I'm just going to block it off. I bet you weren't prepared for another weirdly abrupt cut, but we're here now. I decided to go back to working on this path a little bit so I could connect up the two areas we've been working on. So that's what I did here. That is until I got rudely interrupted. Anyway, back to the task at hand. I decided to fill in the rest of the area with dirt so it was all leveled out. Now that that's done, I'm just going to finish the path over here. Have it go back over around all the way to the front of the windmill and over to here. I don't know what I want to do with the path here, so I'm going to stop it like at this bottom part. Right now, I'm quickly going to fill in some of the wheat around it so it kind of fits in more. Alright, all of my seeds live over here, so let me just pick up some of those really quick. I also need to make an infinite water source. I need to make an infinite water source somewhere, so I'm probably just going to put it back here. I might make this a little pond. I feel like that would be a cute idea. Just like, you know, actually, I am going to do that really quick. I'm going to dig out a pond. One sec. Okay, well, now I'm distracted and I want to work on that. It's so cute. Look at it. I'm going to Pinterest. Okay, editing like this is hard. You get the point. I also brought my stone cutter up here because, we need slabs.
A few moments later.
Anyway, now we have to work on the inside of it. I want to use tuff in here so it looks like it's kind of like wet rock. So I'm kind of just going to do the outline in tuff and then switch out some of the blocks where I see fit. I feel like the tuff and the stone go decently good together, so I'm okay with that. Now we make more slabs. This is how it turned out. I really like it, and I think it kind of gives us I think it kind of gives us yet again a template of how we want to texture the cliffside here. And I was really worried about what I was going to put behind the windmill, but I think this works pretty well. Anyway, let's get back to what we were originally doing. That, in case you forgot, was planting some wheat. Alright, well now we're just going to wait and see how that grows. Okay, I'm going to waste my bone meal on this because I genuinely want to see. Look at how cute it looks next to the water. Oh my god. Wait, imagine just swimming and you just see like wheat. Like that's like amazing. Anyway, I went on a little adventure off camera to get some fish for the pond. I got 2 tropical fish and then gave up and got, oh wait, never mind. I got 3. I got 3 tropical fish and then gave up and just got salmon. But there is one last thing I want to do before I end the episode. We're gonna go rescue that sad turtle that lives down here. I don't know if you guys have noticed him, but he has lived here literally since like the dawn of time. Oh my goodness, look at him, he's free. How cute. Anyway, I think that's where I'm going to end the episode. Even though we kind of lost the plot and we were all over the place, I think we got a lot done. At least we got our plans for the future done, which was kind of the same as last episode. I swear one of these days I will actually get something done. But unfortunately right now I do not have that kind of dedication to a single project. I'm hoping soon we can finish up these farming tiers, build ourselves a windmill, all that jazz, but the episode is getting long and we are running out of time. So I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!